Hey, who was the 21st president?
Go fuck yourself.
That's right. We watched Die Hard with a Vengeance this week on The Movie Gap, the podcast that has you scream.
How have you not seen that? 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 Little darling, how have you not seen this?
Welcome to The Movie Gap. I am your host, Chase Austin, and as always,
What's up?
the killer of my brother who I want to kill so I can get away with some money, Bryce Perkins.
Hello, it's me, Simon Says.
All right, well, it is, there it is. Okay, we're good. All right.
Yeah.
It is a very
Nice and
special day today. It is our 2-year anniversary of The Movie Gap, and we have some guests with us. Ed and
Hello,
Miguel,
how's it going?
friends of the show,
Hey,
fan favorites both.
Thank you.
All right, it's gonna get
Thank
confusing not looking at y'all and looking at y'all, but we'll get it working.
Yeah.
So if you don't already know, we also are recording these podcasts with video. So head over to YouTube, The Movie Gap, and check them out there.
Check some out.
And we got video for you because we're beautiful. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining
Video
us,
stream.
Miguel, Ed, for this episode. It's become
Thanks for having me.
it's become a little bit of a what do you call it?
Tradition?
Tradition. There's the word.
Oh.
Long day, and it just started. It's become a little bit of a tradition to do these movies. So we got you back, and we're doing it Zoom style for COVID, as you could tell.
Yes, because we live in Texas.
Yeah.
And shit
We
hits
just
the
reeled
fan. So,
Yeah.
And I'm not wearing a mask, not because I'm political, but because I live here. This is actually my house, so I don't need to wear a mask.
I'm wearing one out of respect for my friend.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're in a very small room. If you're sick, I'm already sick. So deal with it. COVID.
Do you think John McClane would wear a mask?
Ooh. Probably not.
No, I don't think he would.
Probably not.
I think he'd be a huge asshole about it.
Yeah.
He'd probably be yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah.
Be like, you want me to wear this mask? Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into the movie, I have a little gift for my co-host, Bryce.
Oh.
What?
Aw.
I got you an anniversary gift here.
Oh my god, you really shouldn't have.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Because
This is awkward. Do we get one?
No, just
This is
Bryce.
so dumb, dude.
Cool.
This is not.
There
Has
is a
Bryce
gift
already
here.
looked at this?
Why don't you
This
pull
is
out those
great.
stupid things first?
No, this is great.
Yeah.
9 volts.
Yeah. 9-volt batteries.
Batteries.
Because we use them
Because we
to do
always
the
need
podcast.
them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I bought a bunch of
that's
9-volt
very
batteries.
nice.
Very
And don't-
thoughtful.
It's a very nice gift.
Don't be
for
wrong, the bag is
yourself.
pretty awesome too.
That is badass, though. Damn, you didn't just buy this for yourself, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I can actually take this
I
home?
actually went and got it for you.
Oh,
What
that's
is it?
fucking... Oh, it's the Ben Stiller show.
I bought it at a
Oh, cool.
store.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been out and about and you're not wearing your mask? Is
No,
that
I
what
wear
you're
my
saying?
mask out and about, just not at home.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. It is a DVD copy of the complete series, which was only one season of the Ben Stiller show, which
Wow.
has a connection to not only the
Well,
podcast,
yep.
but Die Hard, right?
Yes, that's right, because of the spoof sketch about Die Hard
Yeah.
that is fucking amazing.
When we first watched Die Hard, if you go back to the very first episode, Bryce talks about it. One of the only things he knew about Die Hard was he had seen the sketch on the Ben Stiller show
Yeah, yeah.
where he says California.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't get that joke until watching the movie, and it was just
25
fucking
years
so
later.
Perfect, yeah. And I believe that's Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, and Andy Dick and was
David
it
Cross,
Janine Garofalo? Yeah, it had a lot of
Judd
people.
Apatow. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
writer.
Wow.
So
Dana Gould,
Gould.
David Cross, and Bob. So he had Mr. Show on his team. Very
Yeah.
nice, very nice. Thank you, Chase.
Well,
You're very welcome.
Happy anniversary, you guys. And
Thank
congratulations, 2 years.
It's been a roller coaster of a relationship from what we've listened to.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes, it
Yeah,
has.
many characters have been introduced along the way.
Yeah.
Stephen Bacon, Ranch Hamlet.
Ranch fucking Hamlet.
Ranch Hamlet.
So many hashtags.
Yeah.
Like Gene to Peen.
Gene DePeen. Veen DePeen.
That's right.
Peen,
Peen.
peen on Peen.
Peen on
Peen.
Peen. TMG started SODIS.
Yeah.
Or came up with SODIS.
Started SODIS.
Started SODIS.
Yeah.
Naminspace.
Naminspace. Our sign off. It's been a great 2 years.
So to many more.
To many more.
To many more.
Celebrated with
Yeah.
with a
To Demi Moore.
celebrated with
Demi
a
Moore.
DVD copy of a failed TV series from the 90s.
That's right.
So,
Oh, good stuff.
anyway, let's
And we even
emotions aside.
created a British character, Ed Ball.
oh yeah, Ed Ball.
Who appears every now and then.
Yeah.
Yep. And he has his favorite slogan was that he likes to describe situations where something was very close to happening to him. And he goes, "It was just by the tip of me, Prince." Like that's his favorite slogan.
Yeah,
that's
ask
a good
Miguel. I
character,
say that
too.
all the time.
All the time. I'm like, please stop.
I knew it.
All right, well, let's get into this, guys. Bryce, you had never seen this one, right?
That is correct.
And aside from the fact that over the past 2 years, you didn't watch it because you knew this episode was coming up.
Yeah.
Why had you not watched it? And what did you know about this one going in?
I knew nothing about this one. I didn't even know Samuel was in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was the third one. I had to Google, which one
was the
is the
third
third Die Hard. Yeah, and then reasons I hadn't seen it, well, because I never saw the first one.
Yeah, okay.
So here we are, and it worked out. And
So-
and the franchise has given us at least, what, 3 more
5?
years?
No, 2 more. There's 5.
There's 5.
There's
Oh,
Live Free and Die Hard, and then A Good Day to Die Hard. Am I right, Ed? I think.
Why are
it
you
is.
asking me?
I don't know, because
I'm
you're the other movie
I'm
guy.
not a diehard fan.
Miguel?
There's
you're a movie
5
guy.
now. There's 5 now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
it's-
what that fifth one's called. I didn't see it. Didn't want to see it.
That is the only one I
there's-
have not seen. And in
There
2
was
more
either
years,
Live Free or Die Hard or A Good Day to Die Hard.
Live Free or Die Hard is
That's
the fourth one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the one.
okay.
Justin
so-
Long.
Justin
It's
Long,
A
Kevin
Good
Smith.
Day to Die Hard.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The
Yeah.
fifth
Wow,
one.
Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Russia.
Oh, yeah.
That's the tagline for that one.
That's going to be the 6th episode.
the fifth
no,
one.
that's what they say in the 5th one. That was the tagline on the posters.
The fifth
That
one.
sucks.
It's a pretty good one. No, it's great.
I think the fifth one is really just more for the Die Hard fans.
Did they become like a PG-13 franchise after the 3rd one?
I don't know.
It would appear so.
Let's see here. No.
It's like
Good Day.
yippee-ki-yay.
I'm looking right at it. A Good Day to Die Hard, a rated R. Oh, but Live Free or Die Hard
fourth one.
is PG-13.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
they watered that
No
one down.
boobs.
So they went back to the hard R. That's right, because they can't say motherfucker in the 4th one.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I've
like
seen the fourth
yippee-ki-yay
one.
on
You
the
can-
buckets.
It's got Kevin Smith.
You can still say fuck
Justin
on a
Long.
PG-13,
Yeah, I saw
depending
that.
on the context.
And you can only say it once.
Yeah. So I guess that would be the one time you have to say it.
And what movie that is rated PG that came out after the PG-13 became a thing? What movie has the word fuck in it that's rated PG?
Oh, I know this.
Yeah,
Because we did it on the
this
podcast.
I
Miguel?
have no idea.
movie. King of Comedy?
No. That was a hard R. You don't remember?
Yeah, no kidding.
I do, man.
It's up there.
Oh, Tremors.
No.
Oh, Star Wars.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah.
Beetlejuice
that's
is
right,
rated
that's
PG
right.
and it
Oh.
says fuck.
That's right.
Nobody in the history of Star Wars has said fuck.
What are you talking about? The line in every single movie is, "Man, I got a bad fucking feeling about this."
May the fuck be with you.
Oh, you killed it, Chase. So anyway, Die Hard.
Anakin, I have the fucking high ground. I don't know what that accent was.
It's way dead, Chase. It's way
And
dead.
then he's like, I
Okay,
fucking
so-
hate you.
I fucking hate seeing people, man.
Ed brought it back to life, and then Chase killed it again. All right, so
I fucking hate sand. That was
no, but for real, thanks for this gift, man.
Second one.
Yeah, I
you're
wish you would
welcome.
have told me we were doing that.
Oh, I realized it when I went to the dollar store the other day and I saw it, and then I left and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and get that because it was $1 and I'm going to give it to him.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So I made 2 trips.
Well, my gift to you is I have extra masks in my backpack if you want to protect me
I have plenty of masks.
from contracting your disease.
I have plenty of masks.
Okay, great.
All right. All right. So Miguel, Ed.
Oh wait, check this out. Right, check this out. It's like this. It's like this. You put on the mask, right, and you're like, oh,
I don't think we can hear you.
oh. Somebody stop me.
Me, you fucking do it. God damn it.
Oh, you know, he's like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but a lot more dramatic. Yeah.
Jim Carrey. He's in this movie.
No. All right.
I
Miguel,
wish.
Ed.
I wish.
Had y'all seen Die Hard with a Vengeance?
No.
You'd not
I'd
seen
seen it before.
Okay. Yeah, I had not seen it in a long time. I remembered the very first scene in particular. I remember there was that happened with the sandwich board. And I knew Samuel L. Jackson was in it. I mean, I had not seen this movie in probably 15 years.
It's
So,
been a minute for sure. Yeah.
I knew Jeremy
Same.
Irons was the brother. I knew that they were stealing gold and everything. You know, I knew all the meat, like the little plot points, but I couldn't remember. I didn't remember there was a subway or anything with driving through the park. I didn't remember like the big stuff. So rewatching it was almost like watching it new.
Mm.
And I thought that I hadn't rewatched it because it was bad, and I really enjoyed it.
Whoa!
But-
We're gonna get to that. That's what we
All
do
right.
at the end of the episode.
Well, Bryce, do you have some notes for this movie?
I did not take physical notes for this one because
Okay.
I knew we would have guests that would have way better notes than me, probably.
Yeah.
So I would like to defer.
There they are.
Yeah, especially Ed.
Well, he held up a picture of Bruce Willis
Yeah.
because your virtual background is also the same color as your notes.
So I would like to defer to them as far as notes, but I will say that I can go through a quick list of talking points
All right.
real quick.
Well, let's start. There we go.
Oh,
Ed
there it
has
is.
some good notes. Why don't we start with Ed's notes? I like Ed. You want to take the reins on the notes journey here?
Yeah. All right. Why not?
Again, I keep looking at him doing that.
Okay.
Nobody can see
So
us.
I haven't seen this movie before, so I really
Okay.
didn't know what to expect. And after the second one,
Hey, wait, Miguel, you said you had seen it.
Yeah, I had.
Okay, but it'd been a while.
Yeah, same like you.
Okay, cool.
Same like
All right. Well, let's get into it, guys. Let's do it.
all right. So my first thing was I wrote intense and very realistic opening explosion.
Yeah. Watching
Which-
it. Go ahead.
There are a lot of scenes in this movie where I was like, damn, you wouldn't get away with that post 9/11.
No, totally.
Well, that's
The-
interesting because this movie came out right after the Oklahoma City bombing.
Oh, yeah.
I was reading about
it was
that.
the
Yeah.
same year.
Yeah, and there was a lot of things where people were like cutting explosions out of movies and TV shows and stuff, and they didn't do that. But one thing was that I know that Bruce Willis, like on the press junket or whatever, he said like, I'm not gonna answer any questions about the Oklahoma bombing or anything like that. He goes, this is a movie that's real. That's I don't want to make light of anything, actual terrorism and all that kind of stuff. This is just a movie. So like, let's
He
not.
didn't want to trivialize it with what's clearly just like an action-packed movie.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
But,
Yeah,
They were really, each one of those sequences were pretty intense. You see a lot of explosions in movies now, but it's all CGI basically.
yeah,
So
Right.
the
Well,
set
and that-
pieces were pretty impressive.
yeah. That explosion. It just happens right off the bat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and with a great soundtrack too, like that song "Hot Time Summer in the City."
Yeah.
I'm a damn band. And then just out of nowhere, the last thing you're expecting to happen is for a building to explode. So it was very nicely.
Yeah.
It was nicely done.
Yeah. And I mean, my wife was watching it with me this morning, and she was like, "Oh man, how did they do that? They literally blew up a street."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
because it
what
looks like, like a New York street or whatever.
right.
So. But
But it was actually the outdoor set from Seinfeld. So bringing it all back to Seinfeld. A
no,
little tidbit of knowledge for you.
There it is, 2 years anniversary. Somehow connecting it to Seinfeld.
inappropriately,
fucking episode.
like just erroneously, it
Well,
connecting it to
actually,
Seinfeld.
this one I believe has a very direct connection to Seinfeld.
Oh boy.
One of the officers' name is Kramer. He says
Yeah.
Kramer at the beginning.
Yeah, it's a very common name. You should watch Kramer versus Kramer.
yeah.
Nah, we're not going to do
Although that does lead me to a great note that my wife made was at the beginning when they're like, "Get McClane on the phone," and she goes, "What if it just panned over and it was just straight up Shirley MacLaine in this whole movie?"
Wait, who's Shirley MacLaine?
She's an actress.
The actress.
Oh,
Yeah. She's an older woman.
oh, is she that British
Yeah.
lady that died, Ed?
No, she's American.
Oh,
A lot of English people have died
I saw
A
that.
lot of English people
I
have
saw
died.
that.
in life.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
true too. Well,
but,
anyway, don't let me stop you.
That's Shirley MacLaine.
Oh, Shirley.
You guys should do a Terms of Endearment podcast. Not that it's a great movie, but it would be interesting to see what you thought about it.
Well,
Well,
there
if
are certainly a lot of movies that we are going to do in the future.
Yeah,
That movie has a lot of emotions.
Hmm.
we did Never Ending Story. I'm
And-
sure we'll get
and-
around to it.
Yeah,
Jack
right.
Nicholson.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not on the top of your list, but there you go.
Okay, tight.
I think it
Educate
is on one of
yourself,
them.
Bryce.
I want to do Dangerous Liaison.
Yeah, that's a good one. I watched
Yeah.
that recently.
It's very good.
It's epic.
And connection to Die Hard. No, wait, no, never mind. I was thinking Alan Rickman, but it's not Alan Rickman.
Ah,
No.
It was
John
Oh, he's
Malkovich.
kind of in this one. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
he is
You
a
know,
little bit,
I
yeah.
appreciated this movie, like just starting right off the bat. Like we've seen 2 Die Hard movies already.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't really need like a lot of build up on who the character is or why he would be in the situation. Like
Right.
you bought the ticket, you know exactly what you're here for.
And
you
there
know?
was some
Right.
real clean exposition that was just kind of thrown out there, didn't take time with like, what about your son or whatever? I hear he's good. You know, like so we know that he's not like he's still estranged. He's not
Yeah.
really part of it. You know, he's like, yeah, I haven't talked to my wife again in another year because another year has passed and he just doesn't talk to her.
Yeah, about
yeah, so, like, there's-
every Christmas.
Yeah, so like there's just that little bit thrown out there like, okay, we know what's going on, let's move.
Yeah.
But what's
Yeah.
interesting about this moving so fast, he doesn't kill anybody for like an hour and a half almost of this movie.
Yeah, true.
Oh wow, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that too when he finally killed someone. I was like, oh, that's the first time he's like.
I
whipped
appreciate
ass.
that though.
Yeah.
Most of it is
And it
just
was
him
more-
running around playing Simon Says, and then it takes like an hour for him to whoop ass.
Yeah, well, but I appreciate that though. It was kind of like restrained on their part.
Yeah.
Because when it finally does happen, it's pretty intense.
Right, right.
And
Oh.
it's an
God, that shot of the
I don't know if we're jumping too far ahead, but it's in the elevator.
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
When he shoots that last guy and all you just see
Yeah.
is just the guac kid just shoot brain matter all over his face.
Yeah,
And then
Well-
he says that line right after it, the next scene that I love it when they say this in movies and TV shows and everything where they go, "Is that blood? Not mine."
yeah.
That's not an answer. I mean, it is,
Yeah.
but it's
Right.
like, well, then whose is it? What's going on?
Right. But
Who
that,
did you murder?
yeah. That elevator scene though,
That was really cool.
had to have been inspiration for the elevator scene in Civil War,
Captain
huh?
America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to have been.
That was,
Maybe.
Right?
was that
I
Civil
mean,
War? No, that
two
was
very different
was Civil War.
sequences.
no, it was Captain America 2.
Oh, Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah,
It had
that's
to
what I
have
thought
been,
of
right?
too. Watching it.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, oh shit, this is almost like the exact same. But I'm sure that there's been that similar elevator scene in many mini
Yeah,
film.
look at Drive and
Okay, Drive was after this movie. And
Look at
Yeah.
Devil.
but Drive came before
This is a movie
Captain
all in
America?
Winter Soldier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I knew that.
I didn't like Drive, but that's not what the movie we're talking about.
We
So-
will do an episode on Drive one day.
That should be a movie we talk about, Chase.
I didn't like it.
That should be.
I didn't care for it.
We will. Me and
We'll
you
get
will
that.
do an episode on it, Ed.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the movie I didn't care for.
Which one?
Die
This
Hard
one?
with a Vengeance.
Oh, so it's coming out. It's
Here we
coming
go.
out. All
Yeah.
right.
All right, Ed. Well, then let's continue down
What
your little
about
notes.
I mean, shortly after it starts,
Yeah.
you meet Samuel L. Jackson. What did you think about him?
Well, it
You
was
what?
interesting because this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is back-to-back movies with co-starring Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
For them, right?
Yeah,
Really?
the two of them together because
Yeah, 'cause
Pulp Fiction was 94.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
And so I thought.
and then they also did. It was after this, but Unbreakable. They did that
Yeah.
one together, and there was another
Yeah.
one they were in together before,
Yeah, they
Well,
were in
before
the,
this. I think.
the Unbreakable sequel too. Split.
I was reading.
Yeah.
I was reading
Glass.
that Bruce Willis asked for
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson to take the part, right?
Yeah, he did.
That's
okay.
cool. No
Um,
wonder. One of the things I was noticing was like they have such good chemistry together, and that makes sense now. Like they've worked together a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and they didn't have that many scenes together in Pulp Fiction or anything, but
No.
I mean, surely
Like-
they got to know each other a little bit on set or something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and
Sure.
Bruce Willis when Samuel L. Jackson like got offered the part, he was like, "Yeah, I want to do that. I've seen Die Hard like 30 times." Like he really liked Die Hard. So, and who doesn't? Die Hard is a great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
that is a great movie.
Well, so all right. I
You
don't know.
guys were talking about like the they kind of just like dive right into it.
Yeah,
And I whilst I do appreciate that, they kind of cut away the bullshit with his wife and shit.
hmm
I thought it was like a weird transition to be they were like talking about John McClane in the precinct, saying like, where could he be? I don't know. He could be like in a well, whatever, all
Right.
those things, like road cop or whatever. But then they immediately cut to
Him in the van.
him being in the van. Already.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they just
And
found
the guy
that
Yeah.
seems that seems like a scene that was cut.
Yeah,
where
definitely.
There was that scene where
Totally.
they're like, "Oh, he's at the bottom of the barrel and he's like drunk off his
Definitely.
ass." Because sure enough, they don't even have to take the shirt off of his back. He's already in a wife beater.
Right.
Like from the get go, like he doesn't have to like fight to get into it. He's already in it. He's ready to.
Yeah.
He's ready to John McClane the whole day.
Well, I
But,
like to think that when he got suspended from the force, he immediately went home and just started drinking and like didn't ever change his clothes. So this has been weeks, months, and he's just still in the same.
Yeah.
in that
He's
same
still in his
outfit.
cop outfit. Like he hasn't changed.
Well, that's the thing. It leaves it open for a myriad of fan theories, So
Yeah,
we
And I
can
mean, they
each have
kinda
our
fill
own
it in.
fan theory of where did they find John McClane?
right.
And my theory was
And-
that he was at the library studying
We know.
for the bar exam.
We know he wasn't fucking
Why is that?
Yeah,
because he tells that lady that you're
Oh,
the
the
first person
last.
to see this.
Yeah, you're the first person since Holly or
Yeah.
whatever. And then everyone's like, "Ooh, Holly, boo-hoo, get over it, loser. She hates you. It's over."
So we skipped over that line that we were talking about before we started recording. Did you have that one written down from before that?
yeah, I do. Okay, so yeah, the transitioning through the precinct and everything's hullabaloo.
Yeah.
And one guy is like, why would they blow up a fucking retail store? And the woman was like, you ever seen a woman at a shoe sale? I was like, oh,
No, it was
boy.
like
It
miss
was
a
like,
shoe
missed
sale.
that.
It was like, why would they blow up a retail
I
store?
missed
She goes,
that.
you ever see a woman miss a
classic
shoe
Die Hard
sale? I laughed so hard.
What
It
the
was
fuck?
so
I
bad.
missed that.
Yeah, it's
It's-
very throwaway.
Yeah, that
Very
was like
throwaway.
the first opening joke.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
I was like, oh, zing. She's got one-liners even during a crisis. That's great.
Yeah, and it's, it's just
And it's-
the one woman in the movie
Is
who
making
has
this-
lines. There is another woman, but she's a mute.
Yeah.
But she makes a joke about women in shoe sales.
She makes the sexist joke.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, canceled. This whole franchise is canceled. Well, there's many other reasons for it to be canceled that we haven't gotten into yet. That were also in this movie.
Pretty relevant movie for like today. Like
today,
they go through a lot of things that it's like, wow, we've kind of touched on a lot of those things in the last like decade. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like it isn't new. You know, I mean, we just did a few months ago. We just did Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing, and that was from '89, and it's exactly the same,
still
situation that's going on. So, so, but him going into Harlem with that sign on.
That was rough.
Yeah,
that was rough. And I was like, "What is he getting into here? Like, what's the point of this?"
Definitely.
I was like,
I mean, he was just gonna get killed. Like that was the whole thing.
And then that was the thing.
Yeah,
was that Simon was toying with him, and that is certainly one way to toy with someone if you
especially
want them to get killed.
Especially within the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Absolutely. It's like a very strong thing to start off with. Like, almost like he was expecting, like, let's just try to kill him right away. Get him out of the picture. And then
and that doesn't make sense. He didn't want him dead that early because then they couldn't have set up the whole thing of bombing the school and getting all the cops out if they killed McClane right there. And like that would have killed McClane had it not been for Zeus.
They make it, were it not for Zeus, but he was like, they made a point saying, I think it was like with the second bomb or something, where they had to get all the way across town in such a short time span.
Yeah.
That
it was going
real time, they would never have made it. Like the bomb was going to go off anyway.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, even when you saw the bomb was triggered by the train going over it at the stop.
Yeah.
So they were never going to stop that bomb from going off, and that's because they needed it to go off to set off the alarms.
Right.
You know.
But I think like along the way they were just like, he was like, let's put John McClane in all of these situations, and if he dies, and he's the piece of shit I think he is.
And then it's all set on him, and he failed, which is why.
Right.
So like, you know, then the terrorists win or whatever.
Yeah. It's actually it's a pretty interesting, it's a pretty smart plot there. I mean,
well, let's talk about that for a second. It was based on a script that was originally, or the script itself was originally called Simon Says.
Yeah.
So this is the first.
Gonna be its own movie.
Yeah, this is the first Die Hard movie that was
an original screenplay.
Screenplay, yeah, because the first one was a book that they turned into Die Hard. And then the second one was a different book that they turned into Die Hard. And then this one was just a movie, a script called Simon Says, which Joel Silver wanted to buy and turn it into a Lethal Weapon movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah,
you could this would totally be a Lethal Weapon. Yeah,
and
they're very similar vibes.
Well, and the character of Zeus was actually a woman in the script. So, so it would have been Mel Gibson and some woman running around.
What about what about Donald Glover?
He would have been one of the other detectives that that he's talking to the whole time or something. But basically, they didn't sell it to that. It became Die Hard, and but the scriptwriter says that other than the names, like the first like hour of the film is identical to what his script was, and then it falls off from there.
Wow.
So basically,
that's interesting because I was definitely thinking about that after rewatching it. Like, you're right. It's definitely like halfway through the movie, they just go ahead and quit the Simon Says aspect.
Yeah.
And then everything is just like, typical Die Hard stuff. You can really see that. And I would have preferred a little bit more of the Simon Says.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a thriller, baby. It was
especially because the first, when he has to go through Harlem with that sign, like that's already so strong. You know what I mean? And you kind of want to see like what else like does this guy have?
Yeah, and then I like the riddle at the phone, that he does, and then the riddle with the water jugs, and then they just like quit, But it's also funny that like the time that when they get on to the fact that they're gonna rob that bank. And they decide, McClane decides, fuck this Simon Says bullshit. I'm not going to Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium was the end of the riddles anyway. Like they were just
Yeah.
going to shoot him when he got there.
Right, and that is
Yeah.
also because they already had finished what they came to actually do, which was steal all the gold, right?
The gold.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really any need. So I thought that
True.
they did okay with it just dropping off. At least it had its reasons.
Yeah, but
I feel
That was
like
a more
it would have
fun
been
movie.
a little. It would have been a little tedious if it had continued going on and on
Yeah.
and on. Like,
yeah.
well, yeah,
it's
especially
supposed to like impress. Like, how many times do we have to see him rushing across town to get to another bomb just to be able to do,
Right.
like, defuse
yeah.
it?
Right.
But that being said, after about like the elevator scene,
Yeah.
this movie really falls flat. Like it
Right.
starts getting pretty boring.
It starts well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it gets boring more than it gets like
It plateaus, I should say.
Predictable.
Yeah, predictable and just
Totally.
it starts to go into Die Hard 2 realm, you know.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I hated Die Hard too.
Right, we all did.
It really was
Uh,
bad. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
And then there is even Die Hard 2-esque bullshit in this with the fucking tunnel getting flooded with water and him getting shot up. Like, come on.
I will say
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's just
It's
it's just
stupid.
like getting shot out the helicopter with the
Yeah.
grenades.
It was
Remember?
almost the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
the guy's body just going.
Yeah. It was just like it looked bad, and then of course he grabbed onto a like. Okay, so a grate happens to be hanging down, and then he happens to be strong enough to grab. Like, come on! And then it looked really stupid when the truck was floating in the water, like being carried
Yeah.
by the. It just looked.
Well,
bad.
also he shoots out of this geyser right as Samuel L. Jackson is driving by.
Which is like how?
Yeah,
Where that
It's
shit,
a- it's
that
a
shit
lot.
was like you had to suspend.
it's a lot
big time,
of man. This guy's got
big
some
time
sort of
disbelief.
probability mutant power.
Right,
you know?
right,
Just
right.
like
Yeah, yeah. It starts to
I
go
would-
into Die Hard 2 realm for me, and that's the only thing about it. It went from being interesting to just being another boring action movie pretty quickly.
Well,
Right.
like midway, I
Yeah.
guess, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like 2 hours long.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It that
speaking
sequence-
of, it's a
because it, like,
long
goes-
2 hours.
It really is. I was going to say,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
by the end of that movie, I was even telling Sarah it was just like this movie is way too long.
yes,
Like to get,
Yes.
and that's what I was saying with like the whole Simon Says things. It's like that feels long enough to where by the time you get to the bank, you kind of feel like you're getting towards the climax,
right.
And it just
then
keeps going.
But then, and then it goes into the underground tunnel, and then it goes to the aquifer.
Yeah,
It goes to
and
it goes to the boat.
yeah.
It's just like
And
Yeah.
part of
the
it,
helicopter at the end.
part of it that you
Yes.
don't need. On top of all that is something you
Is
didn't even
the-
mention:
the bomb,
the bomb in the school. And it also turns out to be fake. So like
right.
we could have just not
Didn't
done it.
need it at all.
They could have
Yeah.
just never
Yeah.
found a bomb.
It didn't add tension.
No.
There was
Yeah,
already
the-
enough tension. And,
And the climactic fight was the most underwhelming.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
of
it was
all of
just
them.
yeah with in the helicopter, and he just shoots
Yep,
a
yep.
wire, and also
Yeah.
great aim, by the way, at night.
He only had two bullets.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh shit, I was gonna."
And not just
Yeah.
that, but Jeremy Irons, who had him already in his sights, he paused to watch him figure it out.
Right,
It's frustrating.
right.
It's
And
like,
paused
oh wait,
to
give
let
my boy a second. He's figuring
yeah.
it out.
and yeah, it was like he was like, oh wait, what's he going to say? It's probably something
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
but
then he
after
says-
he shot, then he starts to
Yeah.
shoot
Right,
his big
right,
machine gun. But it's all up in the air because he's dying.
right.
So yeah, it's so dumb. Like what a disappointing ending to like
It
a
was
very promising.
really anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Another
It
thing-
would have been
another
a
thing-
better ending if he got away. It would have been a better fucking ending.
Totally. Like John McClane doesn't win.
Yeah.
in this one.
Yeah,
Or he got away without
bring
them.
Jeremy Irons back.
right.
I was gonna say,
Okay, but that
he was
brings-
great. He was great.
Go ahead,
It's
Miguel.
Scar. It's fucking
I don't know.
Scar.
Go ahead,
one
Miguel.
of the things that made it feel long to me was the fact that I thought Simon was a little bit boring, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
And no offense to Jeremy Irons, I think Jeremy Irons is great. But I think like when you reference Hans Gruber, who was like probably the best villain in the Die Hard series,
Easily.
you know what I mean? Like Jeremy Irons then as his brother or whatever is kind of just like underwhelming in that sense.
Yeah.
It's like you're never going to beat
Well,
fucking
you're never
Hans
going to beat
Gruber.
Alan Rickman.
Right. Alan
especially
Rickman was
after-
great.
Yeah, after what
Well,
Alan
yeah,
Rickman
'cause
He
became.
one of
definitely
those-
goes on a
One of those actors has an Academy Award.
Jeremy Irons, yes.
Jeremy
Well, see, and that's the oddest thing is that
I don't think Jeremy
at
Irons
the
was bad.
time, well, at the time though, Jeremy Irons was by far the more esteemed actor than Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
But then by the time Rickman died, Rickman has so far past.
Irons. It's not his fault
It's not.
at
I
all.
agree.
The script is not
He's
there.
great.
The character's not there.
He's
He
Scar.
did what he could.
Did you guys
Yeah,
know
Jeremy
he's
Irons
Scar?
is great.
But here's the
Yeah.
biggest problem right from the beginning on this one is the other two movies are, he's in the wrong place at the right time, or right place at the wrong time, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
He's just an everyday cop who has to be like he's a regular guy put in extraordinary circumstances. This one, it was he is the guy I want. He is
Right.
the one. Like it came
Right,
to
right, right.
him.
Which that
You
was
know?
great.
I don't know. It kind of made
didn't like that?
It made it where he has to be a superhero.
Well,
I
he-
like
He's
it.
expected to be a superhero.
I like the hero being reluctant. I like the reluctant hero.
But he wasn't even reluctant. He was just like
I would have.
he was kind
It's
of
like
like I
another
have
day.
a hangover.
Oh God, that was such an annoying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the whole movie.
It's like, I
Hey,
want you to know
Hey,
I had
man.
a hangover all day. Do you
you
have
got
some
any
Tylenol?
aspirin?
Oh, aspirin, whatever.
Hey,
No,
I
he's
need
a
some
twat.
aspirin, man. Dude, there
That
was
was how
so
he was
much
able-
shit. Speaking of Ben Stiller's parody sketch of this, it is so fucking spot on because Bruce Willis, there's a reason he's a fucking star, but it is so easy to parody his style. You can tell that he just oozes
Yeah,
this
but it's
movie star.
that's the thing. It's his style. He's
Right.
the one who does it.
Right. It's great. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's so easy for parody because watching it is it's what's the word? It draws you in, but it's just also hilarious at the same time if you can remove yourself from it. It's just really funny to watch because he does ridiculous things with his face and says things so fucking over the top, unnecessarily cool that it's just not even real, man. It's a self-parody almost. Anyway, I was just noticing that a lot in this movie.
It wasn't as bad as the second movie where it really did just feel like a spoof take on the first movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas this one, it definitely felt like a little more grounded, but then like his McClane-isms would just sink through all the time. Like when he's on the phone call to Simon for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, well, I tell you what I think of you. You're just like a crazy asshole.
Yeah.
And shit like that. It's just like, God, I really hate John McClane so much.
Well, and then just like
He's not supposed to be likable, I guess, right?
no, he's not. Yeah.
No, he's a
He
self-admitted
just happens
asshole.
to be the hero.
Yeah.
He's like, the dumb hero, I guess, in a way.
The
Yeah,
I mean, he's
dumb
also-
hero.
I mean, how many times you got to complain about a hangover, man?
I know. I know.
I don't know. This is just what Bruce Willis does.
But he
And then
does it
He'll have
so
these
well.
like different movies that. Yeah, no, he does do it well.
I mean, this is 100%
maybe
the
not
same
anymore.
character that he does in Fifth Element,
Yeah.
So
See,
Better movie.
That is
yeah.
a much better movie.
You put him in the right movie, it's great.
Right. And it's the
Yeah,
same character he does in
exactly.
Pulp Fiction. And he's fucking amazing
pretty
in
much.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he definitely has his movies, but it's like almost like with the character, I guess. It's like in like Auto Drive, like
Yeah.
Autopilot.
Yeah, big
He's
time.
just like, this is all he has to do, be a little smarmy ass.
Well, he knows that too, and he does it, and that's kind of where it goes into self-parody territory.
Well-
Like, you can tell that he was like, you can tell that he would do takes and be like, no,
Kind of saying whatever.
that was good. Let's
Yeah, that
move
was
on.
good.
Let's move on.
Or-
I'm
or-
Bruce
man.
fucking Willis. Let's
As
move
my
on.
wife
Yeah.
said, she goes, I don't think they had a wardrobe department on this movie for him because that's just what he wears every day. I think he
Why would
just
he?
wore
Yeah.
his own clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have a toupee in this one?
I
No,
don't
I think
think
that was
so.
his hair.
His hairline was pretty.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty rough.
If he did, like, I don't know anyone that would request that toupee.
Well, he's
Can it
had
look
toupees where they
awful?
look bad. Like Sixth Sense is probably the worst one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It works in that movie.
I mean, I
I love that
guess.
movie.
I mean, I'm not like trying to be like super critical. But like I found myself like staring at certain points. I know
I was
shouldn't,
too,
but
dude.
I was just like, when
I
is
was
that
too.
motherfucker going bald?
Dude, I was
Like,
too.
Yeah.
Well, it was so weird because in Pulp Fiction he essentially does shave it down. I mean, he's got a little bit of a flat top or whatever, but it's like essentially
and he has
him
like
being
a little
bald.
tiny quaff. At
Bruce
the front.
Willis,
Yeah.
Bruce Willis definitely went through like a shortened buzz cut phase in a few of his movies where he was like,
Well,
the
yeah.
hairline sucks. Let me go ahead and just shorten.
Yeah,
it."
he was trying to like convince you that he's not balding,
Right.
by
Right,
just
like
having
it's on
short hair.
purpose.
Yeah,
But he
Yeah.
looks he's lucky enough to look great with a shaved head. He should have just I don't know why he didn't just go with that for this movie.
He does eventually.
So it's
for
like
this one, yeah.
for this
it's
one.
like John Travolta, isn't it? He
John Travolta
he kind of he wore a toupee up until like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and John Travolta is not someone lucky enough to look good with a shaved head. He looks like a fucking weirdo.
I mean,
Yeah.
but he looks better than it's just like, okay, John, we all know you.
No, yeah, he definitely looks a lot better than with his toupee, with his face.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's interesting. It just so happens this last week on Reddit, there was a post on like behind the scenes or some movie subreddit or whatever. That was Bruce Willis like on the set of Die Hard of this movie.
Yeah.
Like with
Look,
with,
they
like,
got
in his
matching
boxers.
hairlines.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, Miguel.
What, Miguel?
Bruce Willis. I was reading on Reddit like Bruce Willis like when he shot this scene in New York in the beginning when he was like shirtless and just in his boxers or whatever.
Yeah.
Someone commented like he's not really like the typical like modern day action hero. He's like pretty like just regular everyday kind of guy. I
Yeah,
guess that's like that was like his vibe, bald and
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of flabby.
and,
I mean,
and that's
honestly, I
that's the
appreciate it.
appeal.
I
That's
do
the appeal of
appreciate
John
it.
McClane in general.
Yeah.
Is that he
He's
he
human.
isn't a superhero.
Yeah.
He's just a normal cop.
Right.
That goes above and beyond because he has to. He's in that situation.
and happens to survive
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
happens to be a crack.
The
I like
yeah.
how in this movie he's definitely a better shot than he was in the second movie.
Yeah. Or in the first one,
Clearly.
you remember, in the first one he didn't even shoot that much because he didn't have that many bullets.
Right.
Right.
You know?
But in the second movie, he had too many bullets apparently because he
Yeah.
just shot all over the place. Like he would empty a whole cartridge on one bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate that this movie at first, at least, didn't fall into those kind of like action movie tropes where it's just like, oh, he's got like endless ammunition. You know,
Yeah.
like we were saying, like he doesn't actually kill a guy until like an hour into the movie, and even then, that struggle seems pretty intense and real.
Yeah. And
Right.
that's, again, what makes it feel like this was a good script at one point, like a really good script, because all of
Right,
that
but then
was
they-
something. It was special.
they
It wasn't just,
die-harded it.
yeah. And like from that point on, there's a lot of those things where you could tell the writers were like, oh, wait, this is a Die Hard movie. We need to put something in here that makes him that character, all the way to the end when he finally says, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's like, you don't know that's famous. Like, you would have no reason to say that now.
Dude. That's so funny.
Why is he saying
Yeah,
that? Why
why
is that
is he
his
even-
catchphrase? That was just one day. That was just one fucking day in your life. Why are you still saying it?
That's funny. I do love that shit of thinking about movies and like, yeah. So the actual character, if we're like to, buy into it as a real life thing, would have zero fucking reason
And
to
he
say
says it to fucking no one.
Yeah,
He's saying it to himself. He's like, damn right.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I'm so goddamn clever. Fuck you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and it's like you should have said that before instead of saying, say hello to your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
I finished watching the movie today this morning, and when he got to that line, I was like, "Wow, this
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
This ending is terrible."
Not good.
So underwhelming, so flat.
Also,
yeah.
how is Simon, his name is Simon Peter Gruber.
Grubos.
I don't like it.
Simon is such a boring name.
His name should have been Franz.
Hans and
Hans and Franz. That's the only way this movie works. It's the only way this movie works.
Something more German like Frederick or Friedrich or something like that. Or, Adolf. Go with it.
I do.
Fucking just, really
he
lean
is super
into it.
German, and his name is Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only because he wants to play Simon Says. That's the only reason his name is fucking Simon.
Yeah.
He could just not use his real fucking name. How about that?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
most people. Yeah.
His real name is Franz.
Franz Gruber.
Franz
I'm
Gruber.
down with that. Hans and Franz.
I did.
What?
What? Go ahead.
Go on,
You
Ed.
freeze?
Yeah,
Sorry,
Ed.
I thought Bryce was going to say something.
No.
No.
I did like his.
Shut up, Bryce. God.
I did like his girlfriend in it, the mute one.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, who are y'all talking about?
Katia.
Oh,
Katya?
that chick. Yeah,
Sam Phillips.
Wow.
Her
She's a-
entrance by far is one of the best entrances that I've seen in a Die Hard movie.
Was that when she walked in and sliced that dude up?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
That
Yeah.
stupid
Pretty badass.
fucking security guard.
Yeah. Oh,
That
speaking
idiot who was just unloading his shotgun on the wall and screaming. It's like, who trained
Yeah.
you for that?
Yeah.
Dude, there was
You
a
know
lot
what
of
it is?
stupid cops.
Yeah, but that cop thinks he is John McClane.
John
Like he's just
McClane.
like, yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
But dude,
Yeah.
It was his first Die Hard. You know?
Yeah,
Right,
he thought this was his movie.
yeah.
And he died. He died pretty fucking hot.
Yeah,
You know, he
She,
wasn't even directed to do that. He just did it
She
thinking
told-
that he was the star of the movie. And,
Yeah. He's like,
Hey,
this is
man.
Simon Says,
and
right?
they actually killed him on set for doing that. That was a real
Yeah,
death.
It was the first movie to do that.
yeah,
very
first movie
realistic.
to do that. Yep.
It was
Yep.
so brutal though.
It's a
Like
snuff-
she just like sliced
snuff
him
film.
once, and you think like, oh, she just cut his throat,
Yeah,
but
and
no, she keeps
she
slicing.
fucking
Yeah,
goes
she's
to the
killing
point where you're like, God damn! And then
Yeah, and then
Franz
comes
walks in. Franz walks in. He's like, that's enough.
Yeah, he's like, I think he's dead,
I think
darling.
he's dead.
Yeah.
I think he's dead, darling.
But
No, that was a pretty
she,
cool scene.
the woman that plays her is Sam Phillips, and she is a composer.
Oh.
And,
Oh.
For
Is that why she wasn't acting too much? She kept her mouth shut.
yeah,
most of the
she
time?
got the part because of there was some album cover that she was on, and one of the producers saw it, and they were like, "That's her. Let's cast her."
Wow.
And they did. But yeah, she's only done 4 composing things now that I look at it. She's done Marvelous Mrs. Maisel,
Oh, wow.
Gilmore
Damn.
Girls, Bunheads,
Wow.
and the Gilmore Girls reunion show.
Bunheads.
What is she, like a feminist
Bunheads
or
was
something?
made by the same people that make Gilmore Girls.
Oh.
Silly.
Yeah.
Just
No,
kidding.
she's
just
I
kidding.
think she's a Christian
She-
recording artist.
She
or
said
something.
earlier, or I read that she didn't like, or like she was okay with being like a mute at first, but then like as they were filming, she wished she had like had
Yeah.
more lines or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I kind of, I don't know. I guess she was just kind of that like typical '90s villain where they didn't say anything, but they're super
Yeah.
lethal.
Mhm.
Oh man, you know who else
Silent
was
but
like
deadly.
really, really lethal but kind of terrible in this movie? Was the other like right hand man?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't
he was
remember his
awful.
the
Targer.
best-
or
I
whatever
think
his
one of
name
the
is.
best shots in this movie is when him and McClane finally go like hand to hand or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and he like picks him up like he's fucking.
Oh,
with a
by his
hand,
foot,
starts
yeah.
swinging
Yeah,
him around.
Yeah, like fucking Hulk with
Yeah,
Loki
like
or
he's
something.
Hulk. Yeah. That was
I
hilarious.
watched it and I was like, "That's terrible."
Now,
Yeah.
you know,
gotta-
having seen
a
this movie
ridiculous
before, and not remembering enough of it, watching that fight, I was like, at some point, this motherfucker is gonna be like, my brother was Carl from the first movie.
Fuck yes.
That big bad fucker that he like that ends up dying like 3 times.
Oh. I
Yeah,
don't
but
remember
he
him.
doesn't. He just didn't like him,
Oh, yeah.
which is
That-
more realistic.
Which that was Nick Wyman. Where what else is he in? He looks familiar.
Who?
Nick Wyman.
Oh, the guy that we're talking about.
Yeah, the guy that played Torgar or whatever his name was.
He doesn't even have a picture on IMDb. So.
Torgarth.
He's in a
Um,
few things, but I can't think of it right
Oh,
now.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles
Yeah, that's what it was.
as New York lawyer.
Yeah, yep. That was it. That was fucking it.
I thought it was kind of boring for the most part, but I liked that one shot of him flinging Bruce Willis around. I thought that was
Yeah.
hilarious. Like Bruce
Yeah.
Willis, like that was in that moment that I was like, "Oh, Bruce Willis is kind of tiny. Like, yeah, maybe someone could throw him around."
Yeah.
I
Oh,
liked
in
it.
that elevator too, they had a bunch of tall guys.
Yeah,
He's a
Well,
tiny,
like,
he's a
that's the
tiny
the
little
thing is
twink.
everybody in this movie is way taller than Bruce Willis, and one of the things was anybody who isn't taller than Bruce Willis was standing on apple boxes to be taller than him. They want the
Oh, they
director
wanted that?
wanted them all to be like just looming over him to make him seem like just a little normal guy,
Yeah.
which works. Like
that's
you said.
wild.
Yeah,
You're
Because
gonna
like
be
Tom Cruise, because you know, like Tom Cruise goes in the opposite direction. They
Yeah.
make doors that are like smaller for him, so he looks tall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that Bruce Willis. Maybe they were leaning into it. That's cool.
kind of makes you think that maybe the guy wishes he just cast Tom Cruise.
Maybe.
so he didn't have to make people stand on apple boxes and stuff. That's also just interesting that he wants McClane to be this little
Like outmatched or whatever.
little guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of stupid cops, though, man, that security guard is not the only stupid cop. The
Who else?
But he's the worst.
the guy with the bat. No, I would argue the guy with the 6991 badge number. That guy that let them into the subway. That's
Oh.
the worst cop on the force. All fucking Franz Gruber had to do was be like, I'm talking in a bad American accent. Can
Yeah,
I go down
it was
there now?
bad.
And he was like, yeah, sure. Why not? Hey, Jim,
But he wasn't a cop.
let's
but he
go.
I
wasn't a cop.
was.
Yeah, he
So
was.
He wasn't a cop, so that doesn't make him a cop.
He was a
Or
cop.
he was like, yeah, but he was a bad guy.
He wasn't a back. What
No,
are you
he's talking about the other guy.
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
think the other guy was.
the guy that let
he,
him
like,
in.
cons
The
into
one that they
going, yeah.
killed once they got down there.
Yeah.
They took his
Yeah.
badge. The one that let him in. That let them go down there to he
And
fell.
if you didn't watch the movie, just say you didn't watch the movie,
He
okay?
fell for the root. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you
Okay.
mean. Yeah.
I know
'cause,
what
like,
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not in the elevator. You're talking on the stairwell.
Yes, at the
Okay.
very beginning of it, when they first showed up with the dump trucks
Yeah.
and
My mistake.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the guy
right
with the badge
My
in
mistake,
the
my bad.
elevator, he just had a fake badge that had the same
oh,
number.
he was wearing it, right?
Yeah,
no,
was-
he took his
or
badge.
he took. Yeah, he had the badge. That's how he knew he was fake.
Look at this.
got
I am the one that has the details
Yeah.
on this
Wow.
one, baby. Oh yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ray. It only took 2 years, Bryce.
Suck it.
I wasn't arguing with you.
Hey, everyone,
2
flip
years.
off Chase right now.
No,
at the
flip
same
off
time.
Ed.
Yeah, fuck you, Chase. Yeah.
No, that was on me. That's on me.
No, you're
And
right.
also,
Yeah.
fuck you, Ed. Yeah, fuck you too.
No, Ed got by just by the tip of his prince.
Oh man.
That's my favorite shit. I don't know.
You know
why.
what? Even though this movie wasn't my favorite, I definitely enjoyed it more than Die Hard 2. I
Oh,
thought it
yeah.
was
Let's
a better
all
Die Hard
agree
movie.
on that.
I
can't
had
we?
no
Thank
problems.
you.
I had no problems watching this movie. The whole time I was like, I was into it. I did get a little bored, but
Bored.
like
Yeah, it
by the
got
time
bored.
it was over, I was like, all right, I like that movie.
Not bad.
It was definitely. It felt like it was an hour too long, but
Maybe.
it would have been too short.
Yeah.
So there was just some stuff that needed to. It started out. So it had such a good pacing, like we were talking about, and then it fell off. So
Yeah, and I would have preferred if they, instead of going to Yankee Stadium, they would have went to Minute Maid Park. It would have been a better.
no, I was hoping they would blow
been a
up
better
Yankee
movie for me.
Stadium.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
that
hey, we
too.
have to get
Yeah,
out
that
of
too.
Houston.
all the way fucking down
Yeah.
to Texas. You have 35 minutes
You have
to get to
Houston,
Texas.
yeah.
If you do anything other than walk,
Not only that, you have 35 minutes to get to Texas and get to a ballpark that isn't going to be built for another 6
Fucking
years.
Decades.
that's
man.
true. That's a good point.
Wait, Minute Maid was 2001 or was it 2000?
yeah. Enron Field 2000.
Yeah.
In Ron Field.
Yeah.
Damn.
R.I.P. Enron.
30 minutes to get there.
Yeah, 30 minutes. If you use any method of travel, even into the future,
Earlier
I will
you
blow your
mentioned
face up. What?
Earlier, you mentioned the script for Simon Says had like a woman in it, was as the partner or whatever, and that's
Yeah.
interesting. Like, I really enjoyed Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis,
Yeah.
but now I'm sitting here picturing like, what would a Die Hard movie be where the companion was a female? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Someone
I'm
who had to
gonna-
also be smart and like hold her own against John McClane. I think that would have been very interesting.
I've got a fun reboot recast for that if we do that. For
Okay.
this. I know we've
totally forgot about the
Oh.
reboot recast.
Real
All right, well-
nice. How long have we been doing this, Miguel? Real nice.
Sorry.
2 years.
I saw the movie though. I watched the movie. I'll just pull it by.
Dos años. What? What'd you say?
He said,
Speaking
"I'll-
of reboot recast, what do y'all want to go at? Let's get some. Or is there anything else that anyone wants to talk about? Ed, Miguel, any talking points?
I guess I just like some stupid things that started to bother me. I
Go
guess
for
as
it.
the movie went on.
Oh,
All right.
Like we were talking about that guy earlier. The guy who was like throwing Bruce Willis around.
Yeah.
It's like John McClane only spawns like super Germans to fight him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's always like this big muscly dude.
Right.
And then the kids who went upstairs and for whatever reason decided to just keep yelling at people instead of like, you know, going back downstairs. And then whenever the cops went and saved them, instead of going downstairs, they went to the roof instead of
They went to the roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the roof. Like, what's the point?
Well, and
He was
then,
like, "We're gonna jump to the other building."
It's like
Again,
they've never
children?
heard the
the
song.
whole
It's like how
the whole plot with the school actually having a bomb in it that wasn't an actual bomb just needed to get cut because that would save
this
you like
shit was
25
so
minutes.
fucking unnecessary.
Yeah, it was adding an amount. It was like trying to add tension,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
we didn't need it.
Didn't
we already
need it.
knew
there was
that
already
wasn't
enough going on, and we
Exactly.
already knew that wasn't the plot.
Just say that the cops are still looking for a thing the whole time, and like they can't get in touch with McClane anyway.
John
Yeah.
McClane because
Yeah.
he's busy. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
and the radio frequencies could set off the bombs or whatever.
Yeah.
So like that means cops are taken care of. We can't find them. We don't
Yeah.
need to keep
Yeah.
cutting back.
Yeah, and it really seemed like a ham-fisted way to force those kids back into the movie
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
beginning, and it was like,
Well,
nah,
Yeah, and then they tried to make it.
we didn't even need them
then
in
it
the
tried
first
to,
place.
like saying that it was the black school that Samuel L. Jackson's nephews or whatever they were went to. When it cuts back to the car with him and John McClane, John McClane's like, yeah, he did it on purpose to get. He didn't know this Zeus guy was gonna be
there at
Yeah,
all. Yeah.
he had no
Yeah,
idea that
right,
John
right.
McClane was going to befriend a black man. So,
got a little bit plot holy.
yeah.
yeah.
Definitely unnecessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my
That-
favorite moments was also the fact that they referenced this lady was like, "And I'm going to marry Donald Trump."
Oh,
And then
yeah.
just like,
oh,
and then
dude.
just a few scenes later, they were talking
Hillary
about who's gonna be
Clinton.
the next president,
Yeah.
and they were talking about Hillary
Yes,
Clinton.
dude.
Well,
what
that's
the
because
Dude,
that's because
this movie. That's the kind of shit that when you watch conspiracy videos and shit,
Yeah,
that
they're like,
movie, dude.
whoa.
well the day the day
They
this movie was
know.
released,
They're telling you, dude.
the day this movie was released, both of them had gotten some. They were both on the nomination tickets for their thing. At the time, Trump was running third party. He wasn't. He
Wow.
was going to
In 1995, he was
Yeah.
already trying to
He
run.
was going to try. He was going to try and run independent. He started talking about it with Jesse Ventura.
Well, but in
when
the
Jesse
movie,
Ventura
they're
made it-
not referencing
a political thing.
a
They're
political
talking-
No,
thing with
but
Trump.
that was the year that he actually got. He was starting to get
Wow.
the nomination for.
Well, what was the thing they were
independent
saying
party.
about Hillary Clinton?
She,
Hillary was
she
running?
also was running for the nomination. Of,
Back then she was?
wait, no, 94.
Because they were
Well, no,
talking
it was-
like she
it was-
was.
it was-
Clinton
No, it was Bill Clinton.
Because that's when Bill was,
It was Bill.
already
Yeah.
president.
Yeah,
But
he was.
but
so
they
she
were
wasn't
saying
getting
that
anything.
Hillary would be. That was the weirdest part
Yeah,
about them
that-
saying Hillary.
That
I think it was
the
like
possible
I think it was
president.
commentary, like at the time, like they
Yeah.
were making a joke that Clinton's already president, and now
So
his wife is
Hillary's
going to be
gonna
president next.
Yeah,
Oh well,
After-
I
yeah.
think
It's
it
like
was
it's a joke.
Illuminati, baby.
Absolutely.
Well, then wouldn't that make
Absolutely.
them
They know.
wrong because she didn't get elected?
They know, Chase.
That doesn't make-
She ran them.
Okay?
She
That-
ran.
Just kind of
They
Just kinda bonkers.
named both of them who ran against each other
Would have been
in
crazy.
the same movie, dude. What are the chances?
It would have been real nuts if.
No one even knew who either of them were in the 90s, dude. They weren't even in the public eye.
They
in the
hadn't
90s.
even been
I'm sorry I
born
brought
yet.
this up, okay? I'm sorry I brought this up.
Oh my god. 2
Oh,
years.
I
We
just
made it 2
jizzed.
years.
I just
And I feel like I cut you off earlier. Ed, what were you about to say? You have another favorite moment?
Or least favorite moment.
Shit. Just more stupid shit, really. The guy who, so they're doing that stupid stunt climbing down to the boat because they had a cable from a
Whoa.
Dodge car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
but
was
they
so
cut that-
dumb.
They cut
when
that guy
it
right in
breaks,
half.
And they cut that guy in half.
Yeah.
I thought that was so
Yeah,
that was
fucking
cool.
funny.
That was
That was-
awesome.
That was one of the best
Oh.
moments of the movie.
Definitely. It was just like, oh, wait, I'm still in this movie. Oh, no. But,
No.
but
That-
like,
And then they drag them like both halves of his body
Yeah.
in the stairwell or
Oh,
whatever.
that's what happened?
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
weirded out when they were dragging the body and he goes, I'll grab the head, you grab the feet, and they were both going the same direction. I was like, what the fuck? That was a weird edit.
My man got cut in half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that
like
guy
they,
got
someone
super cut in half.
overlooked something there.
That was one of the two moments in this movie that I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Was when he shot the guy point blank in the elevator.
Yeah, that
and
was
then when the guy
cool.
got cut in half, I was like, "This movie is pretty
Yeah.
fucking cool."
But that stunt was so dumb.
Oh, I love it. Oh, you mean
how
Andy
did-
crawling down?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And
the
then, like,
editing in this
how did
movie
they
really
even
hurt it.
survive that
Yeah,
shit?
The
at all?
editing. it was too slow of a crawl,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
they keep
Yeah.
pulling back and showing the wide shot. You're like, no, they're not going to do it.
No.
Then they
Not
still
anywhere
fell like 200 feet.
yeah.
Like they're dead.
They were
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Broken spines.
Talking of that
I think-
editing, we were talking about that super henchman earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a point in that fight where they showed John McClane getting the upper hand? Because like all I remember is he was beating the shit out of
stabs
him.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
with
stabs him in the
Yeah,
leg.
like in his leg or something. But then
Well,
the guy
but then he
doesn't react
pulls the
'cause he's such a
chain out.
badass.
He trips him
Yeah,
with the
but then
chain and then starts
Okay.
whipping his ass with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I just feel like maybe I just like blacked out, but
Yeah,
That-
very possible.
it just suddenly, all of a sudden, like
Huh.
John McClane was swinging a chain around. That
No,
Yeah,
might
he
have just been
tripped
me.
him with
Yeah,
that
he
chain.
pulled the thing that was holding the chain in.
Yeah.
He pulled it so the chain flew out and knocked the guy over. That's when he got the upper hand.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
It's
you know,
not,
saying the
not
editing was
very
shit.
well choreographed either. It was pretty dumb.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure in the first Die Hard when he fights that big German guy that he fights him with a chain in that movie too.
He chokes him.
He hangs him with a
he
chain,
hangs him with
right?
the chain.
yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, and then it turns out that he's not dead, and that's when Carl Winslow shoots him at the very
Oh,
end.
such a lack of Carl Winslow in this
I know.
movie.
Oh man.
I like Samuel L. Jackson, but it's like, hello, bring my guy back.
Dude,
Like,
they had every chance to just have Carl Winslow in there.
does he ever come back?
I don't
no,
know.
I don't think
I don't-
so.
damn, I guess not.
There's too many Urkels on his team. That's why he's Winslow.
Because
Oh my god.
It's a Kanye
I get that
baby.
reference only slightly. So,
Yeah, you do.
Damn,
Ed.
they should bring him back for the next Die Hard movie.
Who, Kanye?
Reginald.
Yes, yes.
I think so too.
All right.
I would watch that movie. I don't know.
I
mean,
would.
Yeah,
I
fuck it.
would. Fuck yeah.
Do you want to
Both,
hear
like, voting
the?
for Trump?
You want to hear some of the taglines for this movie?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
they probably would.
When the theater goes dark, the roof blows off.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Oh my god.
What is that?
That doesn't make
Are
any-
these
that doesn't make any
foreign?
sense.
No,
No,
these
yeah.
are these are the
foreign
taglines. Some of them maybe.
Back then in the 90s, they were all about the audience experience.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, they were like
Right.
super hyping 3D movies and shit
Yeah,
like that.
smell of
I
it.
totally. Yeah,
Think-
they're just like telling you this is what you're gonna feel if you watch this movie.
Right.
On a
thing.
good day, he's a great cop. On a bad day, he's the best there is.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Ugh. Woof.
McClane is back. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's a base. Yeah, I like that one.
This time, it's personal.
No, they actually said that.
Or how about
Woof.
Yeah.
John McClane is about to have a very bad day.
Oh.
All right.
again. Again.
Again.
I'm saving the best for last, and I can't decide which one of these to do.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to go with this one first.
Okay.
Think fast. Look alive. Die hard.
Ooh, that's a stinker.
This one, okay, this one straight up should have just been, it should have been called Die Hard This.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
It's boom time in the Big Apple.
Oh
No.
my god. Talk about
I thought,
dude, talk
I
about
thought that was
retraction
the
after
tagline
9/11, dude.
9/11. Yeah, no shit.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Can you imagine saying that?
Oh.
And
It's-
that was after the Oklahoma bombing or Oklahoma City bombings,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they were
Wow.
saying that.
Yeah.
This is like it's boom time.
I'm pretty sure they also referenced the first time that the Twin Towers got bombed or whatever back in the early 90s.
Oh, in the
or whatever.
90s.
They-
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because
Yeah,
that happened in
they- some-
93.
Yeah,
Probably
I think they
when
referenced
they
that
were
movie.
filming this.
That movie, sorry, that actual event.
Right. Yeah. That's right. It's boom time in the big
Boom time in the Big Apple.
Fuck.
That's
Good.
not going to hold up.
I actually
It's not
like
going to age well.
the Denmark title of this movie was Die Hard, Mega Hard.
I was
I love-
for most of the movie. Yeah.
I love that shit. I love Danish people. All right, what else? What else? Kind of Northern European fucking hilarious
Oh,
shit.
it's all in
Oh,
other
that's it.
languages, yeah. The working title though was Die Hard New York. So
Okay.
Not so good.
I mean, very specific.
yeah. What
Or
a
vague.
name.
I don't know.
All right, well, y'all ready for some numbers?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so
Just looking them up.
this movie, I will say, was the highest grossing movie worldwide of 1995. Okay. And the budget,
Really?
the
It
budget
did that
was
well, huh?
the budget was an estimated $90 million
Whoa.
In 95 money.
in 95 money. So anybody
That's
got a
big
guess
chunk
for
of change, baby.
opening weekend?
Wow.
I was going to say that the set production on that, like with all the explosions and
Yeah.
everything, like, and how many action sequences there are, I was expecting that budget to be pretty fucking high.
They really flipped a lot of cars and crashed a
and
lot
blew
more.
up a lot of buildings.
Yeah. There's a lot.
And
of
they
real
seemed like
stuff.
they were really, really filming on the streets of New York, which I liked. You know what I mean? Like it felt like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, we're in the city.
Yeah, it was definitely
You'll
a
thank me
larger
later.
scale.
Mm.
Because like the second one definitely felt like contained to the one airport,
Yeah.
and then like a lot of models.
Well, and
But
this
this
is
one was definitely on a bigger scale.
this was also the first one, and I don't remember. I think it's the only one that John McClane is in New York, where he's actually a cop.
Stationed or
Yeah,
whatever.
because the first and second one were him in L.A. And
Is that true? Because in the second one, there's
Yeah.
like snow and everything. There's
No,
Oh,
the second one was
one is in, like,
Chicago.
Minnesota.
Chicago.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Holly had
Okay,
moved to
okay.
Chicago. That's right. So it was L.A., Chicago. This one's New York,
The fourth one's
fourth one
in
is-
Houston, baby.
No, it's not. And the fifth one's in Russia.
Minute
Although they did want to use the Transco Tower as Nakatoshi Tower or whatever it's called.
Nakatomi. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was on the short list. I think it was like the number 1 or 2 choice for Nakatomi Plaza until they realized they owned the building that they ended up using. That was the Fox building. And it was getting remodeled so they could like blow up floors and stuff. So they ended up using that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we could be living in a very different Houston, boys.
That's right.
Yep. So ratings. You want to do
No, wait.
ratings?
So the numbers. Opening weekend. This came out May 21st of 95. Anybody want to give a throw out for how much it made opening weekend?
I will guess.
Okay.
I will start the guesses. I will start the bidding at 45 million.
Nope.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh.
Ed?
Are we talking?
We're talking
domestic.
domestic opening weekend.
I'll go for 100.
100 million
Whoa.
opening
Damn.
weekend?
You think so?
I say
95?
45. I say 45.
Wow.
No, it
no,
was-
you overshot
Let's hear
that.
It was
All right,
22.
That's it.
42?
22 million
That's it,
162,000.
really?
Oh, wow.
Now the cumulative gross for domestic. So not the cumulative gross, the domestic
It's boom
gross.
time at the box
All
office.
the whole run, its whole domestic gross. What was that?
100.
Okay,
Yeah, maybe 100.
yeah,
I'm gonna go with 1.6 billion.
it was 100 million 12,000. So almost exactly 100.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So
Now
maybe
wow.
I was thinking more of the,
the full one, yeah.
the full gross.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
so this was the highest grossing movie worldwide in 95. However, it was not even in the top 10 domestically. So it made
Yeah.
and not
What?
it
Because didn't you say their budget was like 95 million or something
90
like
million, yeah.
How
that?
does
90
it
million.
make
So like
sense?
100 mil is not a big
No, it's a $10 million dollar, profit.
profit or whatever.
Which profit is profit, but it was not a huge success domestically compared to worldwide. And like not again until I think the 4th or 5th Transformer, whichever on Age of the Fallen is, that one also made way more internationally than it made domestically.
Domestically.
So
Interesting.
what do you think the cumulative worldwide is?
For me first.
Yeah, you first. I don't know who you are, Bryce.
I'm gonna go with. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with. Let's see. He's competing directly with James Bond in England, so that's gonna be a big hit.
All right,
over
do either
there.
one of y'all want to go first?
No, all right. I'll go with 746 million.
Okay, you're insane.
No way. I would say maybe 210.
Okay,
No, 300 million. That's my final answer.
all right.
Okay, I'm going to say 210.
300,
We're
210.
talking about worldwide.
Overall.
Altogether.
Worldwide, yeah. So you already know
I'm
100
going to
million.
go. I think higher than Bryce for sure.
Wow.
I would say 350, 400.
You're insane.
All right, so
No.
350, 300, 210. The winner is Ed.
Wow.
366 million.
Oh.
So
For
I'll
a
take
third Die Hard movie.
Yeah.
That's wild.
3 for
Well,
3.
Wow.
do you think they were
Bowsers.
treating this one as the final in the trilogy when they were promoting this thing?
I don't know.
Because the next one didn't come until what? A
Yeah,
decade
like
later.
2008
Yeah, a
or
lot.
some shit.
yeah, it was 2008 or 2007 maybe even.
Yeah, I remember.
That was one of the movies. I was working at Hollywood Video when that came out. That
Yeah,
one
I
of the
was-
movies
yeah.
that-
It was 2007. I was working at AMC. I actually still have some posters from that
Didn't
movie.
you and me go see it in the theater? Yeah, you took me to go see it.
Maybe we did.
Because you were working there and you were like, yeah, let's go watch it. And I was like,
Mhm.
I've never seen a Die Hard movie. And you were like, well,
Maybe.
maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
Anyway.
good story, bro.
thanks.
2 years. All right. Well, yeah, so that wraps up everything. Let's get a rating and then we'll go right into the recast here.
Boys, y'all want to go
Alrighty.
first? You want to do the honors? Go first or whatever?
okay.
Go ahead, Miguel. Go ahead.
I guess like out of dump trucks filled with gold.
Oh.
Yeah, I watched the movie. I'd give it like a solid 6 out of 10 dump trucks.
All right.
Interesting. Ed?
Okay, out of 10 bottles of aspirin,
Ah.
I think I would go with 6 too, honestly.
Okay.
All right.
6, like it was entertaining.
6.2?
No, just 6
Okay.
also.
Yeah.
It was entertaining enough to where I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Feel like I
But I-
wasted my time.
I wouldn't watch it again.
Right.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah.
spoilers. We're going to introduce you to a new segment right after this. But Bryce,
What? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Biggest penis size?
Close. So out of 10, I had it. Out of 10 ounces of bomb liquid.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Bomb lickies.
Bomb lickies, baby. Out of 10 ounces of that, I also give it 6.
Man.
6 ounces of bomb liquid. Yep.
Dang.
oh,
Chase, that means we got
Certainly better than the second one.
what?
Yeah,
Oh.
better than the second one for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. The
Definitely.
second one is the worst.
Well, I guess if I have to give it a
For
rating,
now.
I didn't know I was going to do that. Out of 10 halves of a dude.
Nice.
Wait.
So, like,
this is going to get
so
tricky.
10
Yeah.
5 dudes?
Yeah.
We're going to have to do
Out
math
of
here.
10 halves of a dude, which would make up 5 dudes.
Okay. Out
So
of
out of
5 dudes.
10 halves of a dude,
Uh-huh.
Got it.
I would give it 6.5 halves of a dude.
No.
Well, you
So that
can't.
would make
So
it
6
that would
and a
make
quarter.
it 3.25 dudes.
Oh, 3 1/4 dudes. Okay. Out of 5.
out of 5 dudes.
Out of 5,
dudes.
that's
Out of
pretty
5
good.
dudes, it's
Okay.
3.25. Out of
All right.
10
bad.
halves, it's 6.
Gotcha.
6.5.
Gotcha.
But here's a new little segment also to give the rating thing. It's Bryce's.
Worth it or worst shit?
This is where
Okay.
Bryce will tell us, and we'll go to you guys too, if he feels like this movie is worth watching or if it is the worst shit.
And you
And you
never
shouldn't
watch
watch
it
it.
again.
Okay.
So,
So-
if
we
somebody
each-
said
we each go
Bryce,
around.
yeah, or Bryce or Miguel or Ed, I've never seen Die Hard with a Vengeance. Is it worth your time or is it the worst shit?
And so each
Worth
one
it
of us
or worth shit?
goes around and says just
Okay.
that. Worth it or worst shit. So
Okay.
Miguel, you start.
I would say it's worth it if you are going to watch the Die Hard
Wow.
trilogy.
All right.
It's definitely
Interesting.
worth
Cool.
it.
Okay. Ed?
Yeah, I feel like if the franchise started with the first one and ended with this one, it would be worth it.
Okay.
Bryce?
Just, if anything, making it full circle.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll go. So we end on Bryce. I think it's worth it. It's definitely not one that gets I would replay all the time, but it's worth watching. It's worth watching. It's a fun movie. It's 2 hours. Watch it. It's worth it. That's what I say.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'd hate to be contrarian, So
No, you don't.
I'm not going to. I'm going to say worth it.
Worth it.
Okay.
Yeah. In the realm, if someone has interest in the Die Hard trilogy, I give it a worth it for that, and I give Die Hard 2 a worst shit. Don't even waste your fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Piece of
Die
shit.
I would just say if I ever recommended Die Hard to anybody, it would just be the first and second one, and leave it there.
You like the second one?
You would recommend
Oh, no,
the
sorry,
second
third
one?
The first and third
Yeah,
one.
this one. Sorry,
Oh,
the
gotcha,
first and this
gotcha.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Forget the second one.
Wow, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Die,
know, if you
Die Harder.
honestly though, like if you're really doing it, it's more of watch the other two, but don't really just watch the first one 3 times. Like,
Yeah.
Agreed.
watching the
Agreed.
first
The
one
first
3
one-
times is better than watching any of these once.
Any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
Sorry.
wait till next year.
Yeah, me neither.
All right.
Oh man.
So
All right. Well, let's get into the reboot recast.
let's bull
Is everybody
right
ready
in.
for the reboot recast?
Recast.
Hey, Bryce actually said it right after 2 years. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Happy anniversary. That's
Thank
for you,
you.
Chase.
It's a
Thank
first.
you.
That's your
Thank
present.
you.
That is your present.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's do this.
Also, it was done on accident.
Let's do this one. Recasting, with today's actors, and but I think it'll be fun if we go with what we kind of were talking. Like, let's do Bruce Willis and Zeus, but let's make Zeus a woman. How does that sound?
I already have them. Great. Cool.
Okay.
Tight.
All
Well,
right.
who wants to start?
Who wants to start? Does anybody have one off the top of their head?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I've
do.
got someone.
Okay.
Ed, do you want to go first? I mean,
Okay. Starting with Zeus.
No. Let's start with Bruce. Zeus,
Okay.
Bruce,
Zeus and Bruce.
John McClane.
I think I chose this guy the last time we did it, and I'm just gonna stick with it because he matches well with my choice for Zeus,
Okay.
and that would be Bradley Cooper as John McClane.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I'm gonna stick with that choice.
Interesting.
Do I need
that's a pretty good one.
Thought provoking.
I-
All right.
I like it.
What about your lady?
Well, no, we'll come back around. to
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Miguel.
To follow in Ed's footsteps, I'm also picking someone that I've chosen the last time we talked about a Die Hard movie. I would totally go with Michael Pena as Bruce Willis's character,
Oh yeah,
John McClane.
I didn't
Are
like
you
that one. I thought it's
fucking
dumb.
serious?
Yeah, I think it's dumb.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I could see it.
Rude. I mean, Michael Pena is like, he's not like a ripped, buff, like superstar action hero,
Yeah.
and he's got the charisma. I mean, first off, go fuck yourself. All right, number one.
He's played
I mean, you can
average
disagree,
Joe
but
cop
don't be
before.
rude.
He's played an average Joe cop several times
Yeah,
before.
that's
Yeah,
true.
like he fits this type. He could play this role.
That's not actually. That is true.
Well, I'm going to go
Yeah.
with my original recast for John McClane when I wanted to flip it and make it a girl and say
Oh no, not Kristen Bell. God damn it!
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, that was the very first episode.
Wait,
Yeah,
you,
I
don't
remember
mind-
that, and I hate it still.
I don't mind changing the gender of John McClane. I think that's a a fun thing we can do. I don't necessarily think Kristen Bell is the right
where do you get
choice.
the idea? Oh, because of Veruca Salt or whatever, or Veronica, Veronica Steele,
Veronica
or whatever the
Mars.
fuck. Oh,
No,
Veronica
I just
Mars.
thought because she's
John
got
McClane
the
and the Chocolate Factory.
yeah, she's definitely non-imposing,
John McClunka.
and she's she got the wit.
Damn. Now I'm trying to think of a lady John McClane.
Yeah,
I'm having
but,
a hard time, but I don't think it's Kristen Bell.
I
don't
was
know. Yeah, I
thinking
don't know.
for John McClane, who did I say? I think at one point I said Chris Pratt, but I don't like that anymore. He's too.
Fuck Chris
He's too.
Pratt.
Yeah, he's
Miguel
too.
loves that.
Yeah, the only other one, Ryan Reynolds would work well. I like Bradley
Ooh.
Cooper.
He's a little
lot.
pretty.
Yeah, the thing about Ryan Reynolds is it's like he's another one who is he plays Ryan Reynolds real well. So like that works for
I like
the
Ryan
John
Reynolds
McClane
a
style.
lot.
But I feel like he's a little too snarky.
For that.
Like John McClane is not really snarky as
What
much as
about-
he is, no nonsense.
What about Ryan Gosling?
Too serious?
I don't
maybe?
know. Yeah.
I
I'm
like it.
thinking, if you guys have ever seen, I know you haven't, Bryce, but Blue Valentine. Towards the end of that
I've
movie,
heard it.
Yeah.
he's starting to bald.
Yeah.
And he has that same exact hairline as Bruce Willis does in the Die Hard movies.
Huh. I could see him
That's
doing
the only
the
thing
same.
that comes to mind.
I
But
could
he
see
could
him
do it
doing
well.
the same face.
They should do no. Bruce Willis should be played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt with the makeup from Looper.
from Looper?
I just rewatched that trailer for that movie
Looper?
recently, and I was like, yeah, for Looper, and I was like, damn. Like in the moment when that movie came out, I was like, oh, they're doing a pretty good job about making him look like Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
But like looking back on it, I'm like,
No.
not so much.
Yeah,
He
like,
looks
wow,
silly.
that makes it hard to watch that movie again.
I
I loved that
what
movie,
y'all
but
are
then like this,
talking about.
like rewatching
That's
it
a
not too
brilliant
long
movie.
ago.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really good. But like
Oh,
watching it
that's
not too long
excellent.
ago, I was like, God, that makeup
It's
is
a good movie.
is not good.
I think it's great.
The movie's
Oh.
great.
They don't necessarily
real
look
smart.
alike, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not
Sure.
they're not close.
But it's something that also would have fallen prey to bad CGI
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they had done it the other way around, and I feel that would have been more distracting if they had tried to CGI it, kind of like The Irishman or something.
Oh,
I
you
will
mean like
say-
the age Bruce Willis? Well, what they could have
Yeah.
done is just done nothing. Like we just
They
have
could've
to
just not-
believe that they are that it is him younger, which they've
That
done in
they'll-
many
that-
many movies.
Totally.
Yeah,
totally.
just be an actor.
Yeah. In fact, they did it in a Bruce Willis movie, Disney's The Kid, when
Oh, wow.
Spencer Breslin played a young Bruce
Plays him
Willis
as a child.
Yeah, which like no,
I can see him. I don't know. I can see it.
that
Like,
little fat kid. I guess maybe.
yeah, he grows up and like bucks out or whatever.
Yeah. And then he gets old and flies a plane. I don't know. I can't remember.
So
much
Michael
else about that
Pena,
movie.
yeah, obviously the best choice to replace
Yeah, we'll
Bruce
see.
Willis. Thank you, everyone, for agreeing with
Yeah.
me.
Bryce, you haven't gone yet, did you?
No,
There you go.
Christian Bale.
But
God damn it,
No.
Bryce. No.
I'd see that movie though. I'd see it.
You know,
Right?
Christian Bale. I could see
Yeah.
Christian Bale doing Simon before I could see him doing.
yeah,
what's
You know
he
what?
gonna
And
do?
he was-
yeah.
And
He's going to be
okay.
like, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm not wearing hockey pads.
My favorite
I don't know.
line in
There
any
are
movie
worse choices.
ever.
Christian Bale could maybe do that. I'd be all right.
Speaking of, the original person the director wanted for Simon was Sean
David
Connery.
Fearless.
Sean
Oh,
Connery.
That one, yeah.
Yeah,
Sean Connery? Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
that's who they wanted originally.
Huh.
Wow.
But Sean Connery didn't want to play
No.
someone so despicable, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's what he
Man.
said.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Which
Would he
also
have
is
done a
like, how
German
could Sean
accent?
Connery be German? He will not
Yeah.
do anything but his own accent.
Yeah.
I'm German,
Yeah,
grew up in
yeah,
Scotland.
Yeah.
We're long lost brothers.
Yeah. His turn as a Spaniard,
Spanish,
an Egyptian Spaniard in fucking Highlander.
Yeah.
Fucking classic.
All right, so let's get to the female Zeus.
All right.
Who wants to go first on that one?
I
I'll go-
would.
I'll go
Yeah,
first.
go ahead,
Oh.
Ed.
Sorry. No, I went first last time. Go ahead, Miguel. Actually, I'd be curious to see if we have the same person.
It's probably not. It's probably, if I had to guess, it's probably not the same person. I want to make sure I say her name right. It's Sonequa Martin Green from The Walking Dead.
That's who I had.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
is that
Shut the
is that
fuck up.
Michonne?
No, not Michonne. That's Diana.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. She's on
also
Star Trek
the-
Discovery, right?
Yeah, the Star Trek show.
Oh,
she's also
yeah,
the
that's
lead on
good.
that.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
good.
she would be like she would have like that same, I don't know, like kind of no bullshit charisma about her.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay if you guys don't fucking agree. Like whatever.
No, I like it.
I like it.
it.
I like that one.
I was
Michael
looking
Pena still.
It's better
I
than
was
Michael
looking
Pena.
her up. I was looking her up.
Yeah.
Okay. She was also. Oh, never mind. There it is. Yeah, I recognize her. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ed, I mean, did you have one?
I had Tiffany Haddish
Oh, that's
to
pretty
go
good.
to pair with Bradley Cooper. I thought that would be a fun
Yeah.
duo and
They
kind
would
of
get
give.
along.
That's
Yeah,
not bad.
I feel like they
I-
could have like a good back and forth, like Samuel L. and
Yeah,
Bruce.
I fear that like not even necessarily her, but then with the writing and the working on set and everything, it would almost become too comical. Like I don't know if they could rein it
I don't
in
know.
to not be
I
like
don't know.
a buddy comedy almost.
Well, I know she's like known for comedy, but I feel like she could definitely
Tone it back.
hone it in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just thought
that
would
makes
be
me
a fun
think
role.
that
Our favorite Paul Thomas Anderson loves her, and I think she's going to be in his next movie.
I think if
wow.
we stuck with like a male casting, I think Kevin Hart would have been one of those obvious choices for this role, like in a modern day setting. You know what I mean? Like he would be.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean?
almost
Like
too obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, that's most of Kevin
Well,
Hart's
if
roles.
you
so.
especially if you cast
like
The
Keith
Rock,
Stanfield,
like we
maybe?
originally said.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
cast The
yeah.
Rock as John McClane, and then you
Right.
have Kevin Hart,
Right.
and it's like, oh, we've seen that movie 8
That
times.
would be your
yeah.
go-to Hollywood formula.
You could see someone saying that's what we're going to go with.
Yeah.
I'll go next for
Okay.
the lady. Yeah.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go for it.
I have Tyler Perry
Shut the fuck up, Bryce.
as Medea.
As Medea, Tyler
Change,
Perry.
Hello.
change my fucking
He
mind.
answers the phone. I have to reach his phone.
Tyler Perry's Medea's
Oh,
Zeus.
man.
Oh man.
Yo, you know what
So-
though? I'd watch that fucking movie.
Change my
And that would have
mind.
been a little bit more interesting, I think, than what we got.
It would definitely have been called Boom Time in the Big Apple. Tyler Perry's Boom Time in the Big Apple.
Yo, I like it. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Yo, I think that
Oh.
tops the list right there.
Thank
All
It
right.
does.
Well, I had
Thank you.
Cynthia Erivo.
Oh yeah, good.
Who's that?
She was Harriet in that Harriet. She was in Bad Times at El Royale. Like
The
came out-
Outsiders.
Yeah, The Outsider. Yeah, The Outsider. The Stephen King
Harriet
show.
from what?
Harriet.
It was Harriet.
She
There was
was
a movie called
Harriet
Harriet
Tubman.
last year. Yeah, Harriet
Oh,
Tubman.
got it. I
She
was
was
thinking the little girl spy when you
Oh
said
no.
She's blowing up right now,
Yeah, she's so good in The Outsider and in El Royale.
and she's British.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those movies. I have to watch those.
Bad Times at the El Royale is great. Then the Outsider,
She's
that's
really
a
good
TV
in that.
series that's also great.
Yeah, she's
So-
she's like the next big thing right now.
Yeah. What's interesting is
That's
that
what I've
all of our actresses are much younger than Samuel L. Jackson was when he did this movie.
Yeah.
Because he was like 50.
Not Tyler Perry.
No, actually,
Tyler
you're
Way
right.
to go.
You're actually right.
You know,
wow. Howard
as-
Bryce, after 2 years, Bryce got it. We thought it was a joke answer, and it turns out to be the most
Nailed it.
fun.
You know, if they make another Die Hard movie and they absolutely bring Bruce Willis back for it, I kind of want to see another one with Samuel L. Jackson. Like he
Yeah.
hasn't been
Why
in
not?
any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Bring
I'd be
him
down.
back. Let them do like a bucket list Die Hard movie. You know what I mean? Like where they're just old.
I'd be
I
down.
don't know. I would watch that movie.
And one of them is saying, "I'm too old for this shit." Every
Too
time.
old for shit.
Bucket list.
Yeah,
Die
they
Hard
they
movie.
cross it over with
Fucking
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All three
Honestly,
of them.
dude, would you not go see that movie? Like, let them merge universes.
Yeah,
it's the
why not?
hottest thing right now.
And then
I would do that.
throw in Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
Oh,
or 48
yes.
hours.
Yeah.
48 hours.
Yo, I'm saying we can make money off of this idea right
I
here.
think
Like,
so,
that's
too.
a good one.
What is
I like
Can we
it.
get Rush
I
Hour?
don't
It's like-
do steal
Hell
my
yeah.
ideas,
like,
Hollywood
uh,
producers.
into
We
the
said it first.
well, it would be like Die Hard into the cop verse or something. Like all the cops from all the
Yeah.
different dimensions of
Into
buddy
the cop
cop
of into the
movies.
buddy
They all come.
into the buddy
I'm just saying,
cop-averse.
after Thanos snapped, you know what I mean? Everything became
Yeah.
possible. Okay, like all universes became one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'd watch
it
this
is
movie.
inevitable. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I
Hey,
guess
happy anniversary, you guys!
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank
2
you.
years.
2 years.
couldn't do
Ed
it.
and I didn't get gifts, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Well, you
we're
are
their
each other.
gifts.
Y'all are
Chase.
fan favorites. That's gift enough for you. Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome, fans.
Ed's
Yeah.
even got one in his background.
So-
right now. Favorite of his own fan.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
glad we're
So,
recording these now. This is good.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
So we'll see how this actually turns out. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll look good.
Yep.
Actually, is that what you said?
what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
All right. So do y'all have anything to plug?
Yeah, Simon is Michael Fassbender.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Not bad.
No, I'm just plugging in that thought. I know what you meant. I'm sorry. I have no plugs. I am a father. With no time on my hands.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
That was the best plug of all time.
His Instagram is Edmelius Ball.
Yeah, Ed,
Yep.
follow him.
So Ed, do
Look
you want
me
to
up
give your
for
you want to
movie
give your
post.
recast of Infinity War?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
never sent that to you, did
No,
I?
you didn't. So I
yeah,
didn't-
we never
Oh.
posted.
And then
it.
I was gonna post a bunch of like everybody's that I did have, but all of the pictures were taken on phones, so they're too
Oh,
tall
man.
for Instagram, so they're all cut off. So I
Yeah.
didn't post any of them.
I'm so sorry. I completely blanked on that, but I have it right here. I'll send it to you post tense.
Okay.
Thank you.
Post tense.
So British.
Post haste.
Post haste.
Post haste.
Just by the,
Sorry, guys.
the tip of his prints.
Just by the tip of his print.
Just by the tip of me prints.
Just by the tip of my penis. That's right.
There we go.
So you need a square, right?
I snuck my
Yeah.
I snuck my reboot recast into the episode. I don't know if y'all caught that. If y'all listened to it yet.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't listen to
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of there were some technical difficulties, and I just recorded myself giving my reboot recast instead of us being like, hold on, wait, what? Anyway, everyone is aware of that by now because
Except
they've
for
all
the person
listened
who's
to
on the
it.
podcast because he doesn't listen to it.
That's right.
I used to, but now I don't have a commute. So what am I? gonna do?
Right.
For
But we're
real,
glad
though.
that y'all do, the fans.
That's all that matters.
That's right.
the people.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps it
Thanks
up.
for having me on.
Yeah. Thanks for our guest. Thank you guys for being here, both of you. I'll give you a little.
Yes.
Just waving. There we go.
We have
But,
a board.
Thank you guys for having me.
We have
As
a video
always,
board.
find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Movie Gap. Our YouTube page is The Movie Gap as well. So stay safe out there. Don't be like Bryce spreading COVID over here. And we will see you. Wait, is that everything?
down the wrong pipe.
Oh, you got Jody Seabody?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jody Seabody's streaming everywhere now.
Yeah, check out anywhere you can stream
The new
stuff. The
EP.
new EP for Jody Seabody.
Streaming on iTunes.
I got it.
Spotify. Oh, that was fun.
And,
you guys on Amazon Music?
What?
No,
What?
sorry, I was.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, hey, grab
You're
that.
on
I wanna
Amazon Music?
Show the,
Yes.
You want to show the
That's great. I'll listen to you.
coloring book?
Oh,
This new band.
no.
No, fuck it. All right.
Naminspace.
Yeah. All right. Fucker.
Damn, Miguel.
All right.
Thank you.
And
Naminspace.
Naminspace.